Ever thought about someone and then your phone rings and it's them? Or you just knew something was going to go wrong and bam, it did. That's not luck. That's not a coincidence either. That's your mind shaping the world around you. Now let me ask you something deeper. What if science could prove that you're literally collapsing your reality just by focusing on it? Stick with me to the end of this video, because what you're about to hear will absolutely change everything you thought you knew about manifestation and show you how to rewire your brain so your desired reality can finally show up. Your thoughts create reality. Yes, but it's not that simple. We've heard it a million times. Your thoughts create your reality. Sounds good, right? But if that were the whole truth, vision boards and affirmations would have made you a millionaire by now. Here's the real story. Your thoughts do shape your reality, but not by themselves. Your thoughts are just one part of the equation. The real force behind creation? Your energy, what you think and feel consistently. That's what the universe is responding to. What science says about this that nobody talks about. We used to think the universe worked like a machine, predictable, impersonal, outside of us. Then quantum physics came in and said, nope. At the smallest levels of matter, nothing behaves like we thought. Particles don't just exist like tiny dots. They act more like waves of possibility until someone observes them. This is called the observer effect. And it's wild, because the moment something is observed, it changes. It becomes something specific. So who's the observer? You, not just scientists in labs. You, right now, are observing your world. And in doing so, you're influencing it. You're always manifesting, even when you don't mean to. You don't start manifesting when you say, I want to attract love, or I am rich. You're manifesting all day, every day. The problem? Most people are doing it without realizing it. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they're constantly sending out energy. And the universe? It's responding to that signal. Always. But here's the catch. Most people are sending mixed signals. They say they want love, but deep down they feel unworthy. They want success, but live in fear, guilt, or survival mode. And that's why manifestation feels random, or like it's broken. The universe doesn't care what you say. It reacts to what you are. This is where most people get stuck. They say affirmations like, I am wealthy, but stress over every bill. They meditate on attracting love, but feel deeply unlovable. That energy gets broadcasted. And the quantum field? It responds to your baseline vibe, not your Pinterest board. Your current life? It's not happening to you. It's reflecting you. And that's not a punishment. It's a mirror. And mirrors can be changed. You can shift what becomes real. The quantum field doesn't have favorites. It doesn't pick who gets results. It simply reflects whatever energy you consistently broadcast. So when you change what's going on inside, you change what shows up outside. New people, new opportunities, new timelines. Not by force, not by luck, but by alignment. Let's get real before we wrap this chapter. You are not broken. You're not bad at manifesting. You've just been manifesting on autopilot. But once you start doing it consciously, everything changes. And that's exactly what we're diving into next. We're going deeper into the mechanics behind this, including why positive thinking doesn't always work, how your subconscious is secretly shaping your reality, and how to actually shift your frequency so manifestation becomes consistent. But before we go, thank you, for real. You being here isn't random. You're part of a rising wave of people who are done playing small. So drop a comment below. What's one thing you're ready to stop manifesting by accident and start manifesting on purpose? Because this isn't just about theory. It's about your life. And we're just getting started. Why most manifestation fails and what to do instead. If you made it through the first chapter, you already know this: you're always manifesting, whether you mean to or not. But here's the hard part most people don't want to admit. Even when you're journaling, visualizing, repeating affirmations, and burning sage under the full moon, your life still might not be changing, and you're sitting there thinking, what the hell is going on? Is the universe ignoring me? Is something broken? Is manifestation just one big scam? Let's be real though. If you've ever asked those questions, you're not alone. But the truth is, manifestation works perfectly. What doesn't work is how most people are doing it.
Let's start with this common idea. Just think about what you want and the universe will deliver. Sounds cute, easy, magical, but also it's a setup for disappointment because the quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you actually believe, what you consistently feel. Let that sink in. You can visualize money all day, but if your body is tight with stress and your mind is flooded with fear of losing it, that's the signal being broadcast. You might say, I want love, but if you feel unworthy deep down, that's what gets reflected back. The universe isn't punishing you, it's just matching your dominant energy. This is not about what you say you want, it's about what your nervous system believes is normal. Your subconscious is the hidden director. Here's something no one tells you. Your conscious mind, the part doing the manifesting rituals, it's only running about 5% of the show. The other 95%, that's your subconscious mind. And it's loaded with childhood programming, cultural beliefs, repeating emotional loops, survival mode habits. So if you keep dating the same kind of people, keep feeling broke, stuck, or overlooked, that's not bad luck. It's your subconscious playing the same playlist over and over. And the quantum field, it just keeps syncing up with that track. You've probably tried this at some point. Think positive, say happy things and all the right affirmations. Ignore the fear and focus on the good stuff. Sounds like a good idea, right? But when you're forcing yourself to think happy thoughts while ignoring your actual emotional state, you create internal friction. The result? A mixed signal. You say, I'm happy, but your body is vibrating with anxiety. You declare, I'm rich, but deep down you feel broke and stuck. The field doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your emotional baseline. That disconnect is what keeps people trapped in cycles that feel unchangeable. So, are you repeating the same reality? Let's make this super clear. You're not stuck because the universe is being mean. You're stuck because you keep collapsing the same range of possibilities over and over based on outdated patterns. Think of it like this. Every time you react with fear, doubt, guilt, or shame, you're hitting replay on the same old frequency. And what shows up? Same story, different outfit. You keep manifesting more of what matches that vibe. It's not bad luck. It's physics. Until you change the inner signal, the outer world can't shift. Here's the real shift you've been looking for. Ready for the truth bomb? You don't need to force the universe to give you something new. You just need to stop sending out the same old vibe. That's it. Change the signal, change the result. And the way you do that? Don't fake it. Don't suppress it. Start becoming aware of the pattern and then choose something different. Bit by bit, you shift how you feel, you shift what you believe is possible, and then your reality catches up. Coming up in Chapter 3. Now that you know why manifestation fails, it's time to learn how to do it on purpose. The real way to shift your frequency. How to rewire your mind and stop looping the same patterns. And how to line up with the version of you that's already living your dream reality. Spoiler, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently. You don't need more willpower. You just need to start living from the version of you who already has it. Now let's dive into how to actually rewire your subconscious mind. Let's go. So far, we've uncovered some powerful truths. That the quantum field responds not to your words, but to your vibe. That your subconscious beliefs are shaping your life behind the scenes. And that manifestation isn't magic. It's a constant, real-time feedback loop between you and reality. But now comes the most important question. How do you actually use this to shift your life?
Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Start with awareness. Before you can shift anything, you have to know what frequency you're operating on. Most people are trying to manifest from a place they're not even aware of. They say they want success, but their nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. They want love, but deep down they don't feel safe receiving it. So the first step isn't doing more, it's noticing more. Start paying attention to what you think on autopilot, how you feel emotionally most of the time, the stories you repeat in your head about what's possible. And do it without judgment. Just notice. Because what you can see, you can shift. Step 2. Rewire the loop. Now that you're aware of the old programming, it's time to change the track. This is where honestly science meets action. Your brain is built to change itself. That's neuroplasticity. It's literally rewiring itself every day. So when you consistently focus on a new thought and feel into it like it's real, you start creating new neural pathways. And that's called neuroplasticity. And it's how new patterns become second nature. But here's the key. You can't just think new thoughts. You have to feel them. Why? Because emotion gives energy its power. It's what turns thoughts from background noise into a signal the quantum field actually notices. Want a new life? Start feeling what that new life feels like right now. Not when it shows up, now. Step 3. Embody the future you right now. This is where most people mess up. They do the vision board, they say the affirmation, but then they go back to living like their old self. You cannot become your future while still acting like your past. Let that sink in. Ask yourself, how would the version of me with the life I want think? How would they speak? What would they not tolerate anymore? Then start being that version, bit by bit, right now in the smallest decisions. You don't need to fake it, you need to be it. When your choices match your future, the quantum field responds in kind. Step 4. Use gratitude as a frequency hack. Gratitude isn't just a good vibe, it's a frequency that tells the field, I already have this. It shifts you out of lack and into presence. And honestly, that's where real manifestation happens. Try this. Every day, before bed, or right when you wake up, think of 3 things you're grateful for, as if they've already happened. Feel them, picture them, anchor into them. Your body starts to believe it's real, and the quantum field, it starts matching your new emotional state. Step 5. Clear the resistance. And hey, it's not a sign you're failing. Here's a huge truth bomb. When you set a new intention, especially a big one, something that stretches you, don't be surprised when the old junk starts bubbling up. Fear, doubt, that voice that says, who are you to have that? But don't panic. You're not going backward. You're just meeting the old programming that's been calling the shots behind the scenes. This is where the real shift happens. Let's say you're trying to manifest a loving relationship. You've decided, I'm ready, but then the fear hits. What if I get hurt again? What if it ends like the last one? What if I'm just not good at love? When that happens, pause. Challenge the story. Ask yourself, is it 100% true that the next person I meet will break my heart too? Are there not thousands of people out there in happy, loving relationships right now? Of course there are. So why not you? That fear, it's just an old story, a ghost from the past. Your mind is trying to protect you by keeping you where it's safe. But here's the thing, fear is not the present, and it's definitely not the future. It's just memory pretending to be prophecy, and you don't have to listen to it anymore. Look at the fear. Question it. Replace it. Maybe with something like, just because I've been hurt doesn't mean I always will be. Or, I'm not the same person I was back then. I'm creating something new now. Then start making decisions like someone who actually believes that. Bit by bit, your energy shifts, and so does the reality around you. This is how you take your power back without needing to be perfect. It's really about consistency over intensity. You don't need to manifest in some dramatic ritual or maintain a perfect mindset 24/7. What actually works? Consistency. The quantum field doesn't need intensity. It needs a clear signal. And that comes from your everyday choices, your daily focus, your emotional habits, your willingness to keep showing up. Bit by bit, you shift. Bit by bit, the outer world follows. So here's the thing. You're not waiting. You're creating. Here's what I want you to remember. You're not here to beg the universe for scraps. You're not here to wait for someday. You are the observer. You are the signal. You are the one deciding what version of reality shows up next. When your thoughts, emotions, and choices begin to line up with who you really are, the world around you starts to reflect that. It's not about faking it. It's about returning to your true frequency, the one that's been buried under years of programming, fear, and doubt. You don't need to attract what you want. You need to become the version of you who already has it. And when you do, that reality has no choice but to meet you. What new reality are you ready to choose? What's the version of you that you're ready to show up as starting now? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear it. This channel isn't just about information. It's a space for creators, people waking up to who they really are. So thank you. Thank you for walking this path. You're not alone in this. You're already doing the work, and the field is already listening. Until next time, remember, you're not here to chase reality. You're here to create it.